Power 93.7, WBOK, the People Station. You know the steal. If you don't, now you know. Your boy Still About Money on the inside, setting the vibe, plugging you into the 716 Spotlight, of course, brought to you by Easy Loan Auto Sales. And I'm kind of hyped, right? I feel like I say that a lot in these interviews because I don't bring people up here unless they make me hype. Now, this young lady is from New York City. She came to Buffalo due to school from Fredonia, and that's how we tied her up into the spotlight. This young lady is named Cookie.
Hi.
See, I got your name right because I know you don't like it. People mess up your name.
Yeah, no.
Now, you said, why they call you Cookie again? Because you give dudes diabetes? Wait, what'd you say?
No. Oh, Lord. I mean, I could cook some, but I won't do that. No, people keep messing a lot of the time, especially when I was younger, people would mess up my last name, and the E is silent on cook. And it became Cookie. So ever since then, I just said, call me that, nothing else.
I like it. Now, you're intriguing to me because you're a singer who can also spit. But I've seen you perform, so you look real innocent and calm. But when you get that mic in your hand, girl, you turn into some things, don't you?
I guess. I don't know.
Hey, don't expect that voice to come out of such a small body. I'm hyped to have you up here. We got you because your album just released, right?
Yes.
And what's the name of the project?
Sweats and Fur Coats.
Now, what's the meaning of sweats and fur coats?
Sweats and Fur Coats, I'm really inspired by the idea of contrast makes meaning. I learned that a lot back in college. And it's just like a lot of polar opposites. Like it's comfy, but it's expensive at the same time. It just
like comfy luxuriousness.
Yeah, in a way like that. But there's a lot of opposites, and I go through like exploring that a little bit on the album. So
what are we covering in the album? Is it more of a personal reflecting the album? Are we telling stories? Are we being honest with some of these stories? Or are we just being creative? What are we doing?
I would say there's definitely both. Definitely being honest right off the bat with a lot of different things. Creative, I got to play around, I believe, with the last track, the Mean to Me track, and I just kind of was with my engineer, and I was like, all right, let's just try to make this as experimental as possible. And
I like that.
It was working.
I like that. Now, is that your favorite track on the album?
Actually, my favorite track on the album would be On My Way. Actually, it would be On My Way featuring Cheo 585. He's out from Rochester. Shout out to him.
Shout out to The Rock.
And my second, like I think they would be like neck and neck, would be the end of, it's like the outro to the song Bounce, which is the first single I released, but nobody knew that there was actually an extended cut to the song. It's just me playing keys and organ with another friend of mine, Dakota Lord. He's featured on that, and he's the bass line. It's really...
So you play instruments too?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it. I'm a fan of self-made individuals. I say that all the time here because it's not easy to be multi-talented, you know, because a lot of us aren't. You know what I'm saying? So pat yourself on the back for that. I appreciate you for doing that.
Thank you.
Do you write your own music?
Yes.
Do you collab with people? How'd that come out?
This whole project, everything that I sing or say, I wrote. I had features on it. They wrote, or you know, they wrote their own parts, obviously. But for the most part, yeah, I wrote. Yeah, it's fair to say I wrote everything.
Now, for you, do you find it important to write it yourself?
Yes.
I know some artists, they do like to collab. A lot of hits are made by collabing, but I know there are some artists who they want their own pen on that.
Yeah. For me, I think as a singer, I think I have no problem with collabing with people. Although I really do enjoy, like, a big inspiration for me is Mariah Carey, somebody who writes everything they say.
I like it.
But I think it's really amazing to also be able to work with other people and other energies and see what you can come up with. But as somebody who is actually just starting and getting into rap, I wouldn't even say that. I feel like it would be unfair for me to say that I'm a rapper until I can completely master anything, like all of the, especially because I'm big on hip hop purism, like a lot of the older elements, freestyling, doing things off the top of your head, writing everything down. So like everything I made sure I was doing, I was like, I'm going to make sure that I discipline myself to write everything I say.
I like that. Now, how old are you, Cookie?
22.
Oh, you a young baby. Oh, Lord. I remember when I was 22, we didn't have internet. We didn't have cars. We had wagons and horse buggies. Maybe I'm not that old. I'm
horse
exaggerating
buggies.
Just a little bit.
Oh, Lord.
Just a little bit. Now, for people who haven't heard your music yet, who aren't that lucky, what does Cookie bring to the music? What type of vibe can they expect before they hit play on that song?
I would say somebody who's kind of old school, a little bit churchy, very churchy. I won't even say a little bit.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Give us the Holy Ghost. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Look, I surely will. But yeah, definitely like old school, kind of churchy in a way, funky too, but really updated.
Now, did you start off in the church? Is that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I grew up with my whole family being in church. My grandparents are both my pastors. So like every single day every single day of the week church. Like, and I never had a problem with it because it always gave me an opportunity to go sit on the organ, sit on the drums, but mostly on the organ and play. So
now, do they look at your music a little differently because you come from a church background? Because I'm a pastor's son myself. I'm lucky though. My dad don't judge me because I talk crazy and he don't hold me accountable for none of that. He's entertainer. Let him do what he do. So he don't judge me for that. But I do know how some church people can look at some of us for doing different types of music. Does your family support that, or are they kind of like, I don't want to hear certain songs from you?
Oh Lord. Well, with my family, they support everything 100% that I do. I do know that even though they know I make music for me, I'm still very considerate enough to be like, well, let me make sure that I have a clean version just in case, because I don't know if anybody, like, they'll listen to it, they'll support it, they'll buy it, but they might not replay it, so I'll just make sure that I give them the clean version all the time. So, yeah, like, that's definitely something that I try to at least consider, even though I make music for me, and they understand that. That's the first and foremost thing. Every single time.
You gotta give yourself standards, you know?
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Now, you say you've been singing since you was a little kid. You've been rapping for how long? Because you actually surprised me. I saw you performed at our 716 Spotlight. What was it? The Christmas Spotlight show we did? And I'm not gonna lie. You were singing. I'm like, oh, this girl voice is so nice. She can sing. Then you started dropping bars. I almost spit my water out. I didn't know them bars could come out of you. I didn't know that was something you had in your artillery in the back.
I didn't know I had that. I started, if anything, I'd say it was fair to say that I started last spring. And I felt like sometimes, like, the things that I would write down, I'd be like, I can't just sing this. Like, maybe this is safe for me to say. Let me put a personality, put a voice behind it, because somebody needs to hear it straight up out of my mouth rather than just me singing it. Because I can get the message across singing, but I know sometimes certain messages do need to be portrayed doing it that way.
I like it. I like it. Now, what about visuals? Where can people catch your visuals at?
Ooh, visuals?
Or are we still working on visuals?
We're currently working on a visual.
When are we going to sprinkle those visuals?
Yeah, we're going to sprinkle. We have the first visual that we came out with, the first single from this project, Bounce. And that had a visual that came out actually around the time I graduated college. And
so you graduated too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you smart. Oh, won't he do it?
Look, you surely will. Okay. But yeah, we dropped that visual around the time I graduated, and we're getting ready to gear up for another visual that's coming out soon. So I'm really excited for that one.
Now, what's your favorite part of the artist's journey? Is it the recording the music? Is it the finished project after you have the project together and you get to display that to people? Is it the performing? What's your favorite part of this whole journey?
I would say for me, the best part would be not only like learning something every single day, whether it's by myself, whoever I'm working with, something within the studio, like, I think that it's always fun for me, or like especially throughout a process, to learn something every time I go in or out doing whatever I'm doing. I also think another fun thing, or like the one thing that is really satisfying whenever I'm in the process of creating something, is even though like I'll tell everybody like I want this perfect, I want this like so right and all types of stuff. I'll listen to my music back and forth because I'll be like, I'm not hearing anything that I'm making right now. So I kind of want to listen to that all the time because I like what I'm making. So if I don't have like it on a Spotify, or if it's not out on a playlist or anything yet, I'll just like I like to sit down once it's done, and I like to listen to it a lot. That's dope. So that's really fun.
I feel like that's how you grow too, right? Listen to yourself. You get to judge yourself. Now, are you super judgmental on yourself?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't help it. I know. Everybody's like, you got it, relax, and I'm just like, but I want it like this, and I just know if the Lord gives me 2 more seconds, I can get it. And then they're just like, girl, you had it like 10 takes ago. What are you doing? And I'm just like, sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. That happens a lot. I can't help it. I can say that I feel like I'm improving. I feel like I keep working hard, but mostly improving. I'm definitely trying to get to, I don't know where I'm trying to get, but I'm just trying to be the best me that I can be right now.
I like it. And I always like to ask artists, what is your vision for yourself? You know, when it's all said and done, what are people going to say about Cookie?
They gonna say she did the damn thing.
Oh, you better say that thing, girl.
No, but I just feel like as far as where I want to be, not only like do I want to make sure that I have always pushed the bar for myself, or at least raised the bar for myself, I want to make sure that people can look back, especially on my catalog, and say like, yeah, she's serious about what she's doing, and I like what she's doing. Not that I necessarily need everyone's approval. I
just want that little appreciation for all the hard work you putting in. I ain't mad at you for that.
I want them to recognize like I'm trying to make a certain, not sound necessarily, but like a certain type of feel happen when you're listening to something. Like a different groove that doesn't exist yet, maybe.
Now, for those who haven't heard your groove yet, what is the groove? Can you describe your groove and your vibe?
I would say it's a huge mix because I get inspired by a lot of different things. But I do know, especially being a pop artist, I identify as a pop artist, but when I say pop artist, I mean popular music, as in anything that isn't classical.
I like it.
For me, a lot of the time, it involves like a lot of old school, like if anything, like a lot of funk, the grooves and like funk from all of that type of stuff.
Got that soul in you.
Yeah. There's a lot of, actually, I really do love the like powerhouse, like all the ballads, things to that nature. I feel like there's a lot of different elements, especially church. Church is a big element. You probably won't go through a song or any project of mine without hearing some sort of organ on it. That happens a lot, and it's automatic. I don't know. It just doesn't go.
And it's part of cooking.
It is part of me. I don't know. It's like something that I try my best to like make sure that it's not necessarily a signature of mine, but it just might end up becoming a signature of mine considering every single project. Like I can't even miss it for some reason, even though I try to. There's always something there.
I like it. Now, where can people find you on social media? Now, we're going to have some of the links for your music below. They can click on that. But for those who are a little slow and don't click it, where can they find you? Why don't you verbalize that for me?
So you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Cook Nasty. So that's COOKE, the regular pronunciation of my name, and NASTY.
Now, is it Cook Nasty because of the fur coats and sweats? I don't know why I keep thinking that's a nasty thing. I think I need to go to church too myself. Judge Free Zone. I don't know. When I think a fur coat and sweats, what movie was that? Was that Boomerang when she came to the door in the coat and nothing else underneath it? That's where my mind goes.
Yeah, like Heavenly Father. I don't know about.
I need to go to church a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if that's. I don't think that's my alley.
I'm working on myself. Don't at me, all right?
Okay.
Baby steps. So that's not the alley you going on, right?
Yeah.
No. So this for the kids too. Kids okay, I'm just checking. Judge Free Zone, I'm not gonna judge you as long as you don't judge me.
Yeah, I ain't judge. No, I'm not judging. But yeah, definitely the Cook Nasty. I don't know. Somebody gave me that nickname actually back in college. That's where I got that from.
Is it because you cook nasty food?
No, I think it was just like it was. I was trying to get past that. It wasn't gonna happen. I'm so sorry. I tried so hard. I'm like, can I get past?
Kid, I'm so hyped for you to come up here though, Cook, because I really do feel like your future's bright, man. I could definitely feel the vibe whenever you start to sing and let loose, and you definitely got some bars in there. So I'm intrigued to see how the rap is going to keep coming along with all this soul gossip you got coming out of your voice when you sing. So I'm hyped. So the least we could do is highlight you on the spotlight. So that means for the next 2 weeks, it's all about you. We're gonna blast your album, put you on the front page of the app, front page of the website. Make sure everybody get a taste of that Cook. Wait, Judge Free Zone. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Judge Free Zone. I meant a taste of the music. Saved it. Hey, never happened. Judge, ooh boy, I told you I'm going to church.
Lord, don't Sunday. We gonna see you there tomorrow. I hope so.
Look. One more time before we go, tell people where they can find you on social media.
At Cook Nasty, COOKE NASTY, Instagram and Twitter. And I definitely forgot my Snapchat. Oh, wait, it's a Cookie 07. There you go. I
like it. That easy, all right? Next 2 weeks, it's all about Cookie and her new project called
Sweats and Fur Coats.
You know the steal. Well, since Still About Money, here's my last 2 cents. We meet again. Chase the dream, not the money. Dream it, believe it, put God first and achieve it. You know the steal. Mama on the radio.